right, somebody's jumped on board. Not sure who it is, but go ahead and say hello. Hey, Hank. Good to see you. And, what is this show? No, I want to see that. I'm going to hide that. Okay. I just thought I'd get on tonight and just have a little fun. Not schedule anything, but just come on and play. And I was, just before I started playing, I was thinking, what do I want to start with tonight? Since I'm just doing this for fun, I'm going to start with the song I used to start all my subway performances with when I was younger. I lived in Chicago, and about 2 o'clock, I'd head down to the Jackson stop on the Red Line. And I'd open my guitar case. Well, first I'd go get a couple cans of Coca-Cola, because the syrup would help to keep my voice strong for a couple hours. At least at that age, it seemed like a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea now. And then I'd start singing this tune, just to get relaxed and get myself into it. Hello, Megan. Don't you have a gig tonight? It might be too cold. Who knows? I heard a bunch of people are getting snowed out of their outdoor gigs tonight. That's sad, because we're just now getting back to playing for people. They say every man must need protection. They say every man, well, he must fall. Well, but I swear I see my reflection someplace so high above this wall. And I see my light, well, it comes shining from the west down to the east. And any day now, I said, anyway now, and I shall be released. Someplace alone, well, in this lonely crowd, and there's a man, and he swears he's not to blame. And all day long I hear him crying out so loud, and calling out that he's been framed. I see my light, and it comes shining from the west down to the east. And any day now, I said, well, anyway now, and I shall be released. I see my light, well, it comes shining, oh, from the west down to the east. And any day now, I say, and anyway now, and I shall be released. 2 gigs next weekend. 1 solo and 1 with the band. That'll be fun. That's, I'm sure, getting back to playing. Well, you've been playing with the band a little bit for a while. I feel like with Hank and Megan on, I should probably have a Larrivee in my lap. I put it away last night. I did have it out. I was picking with it quite a bit. I think you guys are both Larrivee players. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a capo. Did I prepare myself to... There's my capo. It's by my laptop. Got a few people jumping on board here. I'm going to do a little summer song here. We're heading into a Memorial Day weekend, and it's cold out. Doesn't mean we can't dream of hot summer days. I wrote this one on a hot summer day up in the mountains in Pennsylvania. I went up there, it was when I was brand new to being disabled, and I had this whole idea that I was going to go up and I was going to sit on this porch and I was just going to start writing songs. And of course, when you plan to write a song, nothing comes to mind. And then in one moment, something hit me. And that's what this song is about. And I've been blinded by the mid-morning sun, well, as it rises up above the trees, and it burns away the fog from an early morning rain, well, and it burns away these thoughts that cloud my mind. I can see clearly now, and everything is right in front of me. Well, like a red-tailed hawk as it glides above the trees. I can see clearly now, and as the light moves over me, it illuminates a world I've never seen. That sun gets hot, well, as it burns up in the sky, and we can all use a gentle summer breeze. So I pull my cap down low, well, just above my eyes, and take shelter beneath this old, well, shady tree. I can see clearly now, and everything is right in front of me. Well, like a red-tailed hawk as it glides above the trees. And I can see clearly now, and as the light moves over me, it illuminates a world I've never seen. There are times when it is hard for us to see beyond these troubling times. And I believe that there's a place where we can be free from the struggles we all find. Soon the sun will fade beneath an evening sky, and the stars and the moon, they will all shine. And we can close our eyes and rest until the dawn, and in the morning we can all rise again. I can see clearly now, and everything is right in front of me. Well, like a red-tailed hawk as it glides above the trees. And I can see clearly now, and as the light moves washes over me. It illuminates a world I've never seen. It illuminates a world I've never seen. And I've been blinded by the mid-morning sun. It's good to see people jumping on board. I've been working with the finger picks again. I'm always trying to just work on something. And usually what I'm working on, I bring into the show. So I stumble from time to time. But it's because I'm always trying to grow somehow. Anyway, so the point of this, doing some dishes. Dishes are a great thing to do. I realized a bunch of years ago I had some roommates and we weren't getting along so well. So I would go out to the kitchen and turn on the baseball game and start doing dishes. And I found so much peace doing that. And so even when my life is great, I love doing the dishes because there's just this moment of, you're just doing the dishes. It's perfect meditation. It's a very, very wipe on, wipe off kind of thing. Anyway, we're just on here tonight for fun, having some fun, singing some songs. I'm going to do, let's do a little Grateful Dead here. Come by, they melt into a dream. A broken angel sings from a guitar. There is a song comes crying like the night, through every broken dream and vanished years. Stella Blue. Stella Blue. When all the cards are down, there's nothing left to see. There's just the pavement left and broken dreams. And in the end there is still that song. It's crying like the wind. Down every lonely street, oh, that's ever been. Oh, Stella Blue. Stella Blue. And I've stayed in every blue light or cheap hotel. I can't win for trying. And dust off those rusty strings just one more time. I'm gonna make 'em shine. It all rolls into one. And nothing that comes for free. And there's nothing that you can hold for very long. And there is still that song comes crying like the night. And it seems like all of this life, it was just a dream. Oh, Stella Blue. Stella Blue. Stella Blue. I got a new album coming out in a couple weeks. I'm excited about it. I've listened to it a zillion times. I'm fond of it. It's good. It's called Together Alone, Songs from the Pandemic. And when I first started working on the record, my whole goal was really to capture somehow the spirit of Robert Hunter. Hello, Mike. Good to see ya. He had died in late 2019. He's the man who wrote that last song, as well as most of the Grateful Dead songs that we've gotten to know over the years. Whether you know the band or not, you've probably heard some of his songs. And so I just wanted to pay tribute to him because he's always been an important songwriter in my mind. Well, of course, the pandemic hit and everything changed, so changed gears a little bit. But I began writing the album with this song. I wrote it on the train coming out of New Orleans. It's called A Silhouette in Blue. And Silhouette in Blue and Stella Blue. Obviously, there's a little tribute there. And I do mention a Stella guitar because where I took this song was I sort of visited just the history of that region, both musically and politically and socially and economically, and how people were treated. It's filled with metaphors. It's not that obvious, but it's all there. It's called A Silhouette in Blue. The next stop is Memphis. There came a warning from the crew. Impatiently she swayed with a suitcase in her hand, and slow in the tempo at St. Paul and Main, she exits at Central Station. She don't care about Graceland, no, she's here for the rain. In a silhouette in blue. Now everybody is on board, and the conductor, he shuts the door. Tap and slowly back up to speed, the coaches roll, and like a street corner dancer up high on his toes, just a moment to rest between shows, 'cause the crowd moves along when you're in between songs. Silhouette in blue. On the city of New Orleans, the dining car, it's closed. Just for the folks who ride, well, up in coach they won't heat tonight. And it's been raining since Jackson, I dreamed to refrain a song of abandoned campsites, and that you'd join us silent, my Stella won't hold its tune. And a silhouette in blue. But since we left Louisiana, there have been no more parades. But when the locomotive roars, it sounds like Buddy Bolden's horns. And now we're almost through Homewood, there are no delays, no trouble reported this morning. And our arrival's on time on track number 9. In a silhouette in blue. trouble in mind. Well, I am blue, but I won't be blue always, 'cause the sun is gonna shine on my back door someday. I'm going down, but to the river I'm gonna take my old rocking chair. And if the blues they don't leave, I'm gonna rock right out of here. Trouble in mind, well, I am blue, but I won't be a blue always, 'cause the sun is gonna shine on my back door someday. I'm gonna lay my head down on some lonesome railroad line and let the 219 come and ease my worried mind. Oh, trouble in mind, well, I'm blue, but I won't be a blue always, 'cause the sun is gonna shine on my back door someday. That's an old trad tune. What time is it? I was just going to get on for about half an hour. So I'm going to do 2 more songs, though. I think I might have announced I was getting on at 9:10 because that's all that my StreamYard, the platform I use to broadcast, said I could do. And then they said I could go early if I wanted, which I did because I wanted to start at 9. Try something off the new record I haven't done much of, so I may fail here. I may mess up the words, because that's what happens sometimes. You're a fool, he said, and nothing is real, and all he believed was what he could feel, and nothing is promised, and nothing is written in stone. You know that change the rules if you think you got some meat on the bone. I don't understand the spell that we are under. The absurdity is obvious to me. considering the weather, I pray for better days for you and me. And death and madness, fools, cowards, and crooks, the outgoing boss, I bet he burned all the books. Well, back to business as usual, but it ain't like it used to be. A little more predictable in the strange reality. I don't understand the spell that we are under. No, the absurdity, it's obvious to see. But considering the weather, I pray for better days for you and me. But considering the weather, I pray for better days for you and me. A little too much for just one man. Could have gone another way if he had a better plan. He ain't really gone, no, he's looking for another chance. Another cheap opportunity to bring a song and dance. Don't understand the spell that we are under, the absurdity, it's so obvious to me. And considering the weather, I pray for better days for you and me. No, considering the weather, I pray for better days for you and me. Somewhat close. How we doing out there? I'm going to do one more tune. This is a song I've always finished my open mics with. I don't know when and if my open mic's going to resume. I'm hearing from some people they're getting ready to start going. I'm hearing from some other people that their open mics are no longer. And we don't know where this is going. Nonetheless, we will recover in any way we possibly can. Find ourselves where we find ourselves, and I'm looking forward to that. Because I worry about the future, but the past tickles me, and I've always worried about the future. So I know if the past is something that I enjoy looking back upon, then the future's always been good. Somewhat, This is called I Bid You Good Night. It's an old spiritual from a man named Joseph Spence. He lived in the Bahamas, and he played rhythmically, he was very different than what I do. I learned this song, I think, originally from, I heard it from the Grateful Dead, and then I heard Aaron Neville sing it. And I've heard him sing it. And one thing that excited me a couple of years ago, the Smithsonian, they put out an article on their blog about the song, and they talked about the history of the song and where it came from and who wrote it. And there's been debate about that. And thanks, Megan. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Hank. But anyway, so the Smithsonian wrote the story about this song and the history of the song, and they said, and here are some good versions that you might want to check out. And I found my version on there. The government's watching, or at least listening. Actually, I've met those folks from the Smithsonian and the Folkways area, and they're good people. Won't you lay down, my brother, now and lay down and take your rest? And won't you lay down, my brother, now, well, up upon your Savior's chest? I love you more now, but Jesus, He loves you the best, and I'll bid you good night. Good night, and I wanna bid you good night and good night. Oh, I bid you good night. Howdy, Sheila. Lay down, my brother, now, well, lay down and take your rest. Lay down, my brother, now, well, up upon your Savior's chest. I love you more now, but Jesus, He loves you the best, and I'll bid you good night. Good night, and I wanna bid you good night and good night. People of Jerusalem are walking out free and good night. No place to go and no place to meet and good night. They're walking with John and now they're walking out free and good night. He's gonna bring a rod and a staff in each hand and good night. Gonna send a fire but not a flood next time, good night. Walking through the valley with the shadow of death, good night. I'll bid you good night. Won't you lay one down, my brother, now, and lay down and take your rest? And won't you lay one down, my brother, Lord, well, up upon your Savior's chest? And I love you more now, but Jesus, He loves you the best. I'll bid you good night and good night. I wanna bid you good night and good night. I'll bid you good night. Cool. So I'm going to call it quits for now. Howdy, Alex. Good to see you. I think everybody here is on Facebook tonight, but I am also streaming to YouTube as well, which is which is fun to be able to go out to a few different directions. Anyways, thanks for hanging out tonight. I just sort of a couple hours ago just thought, I think I want to play tonight. I want to play for people. So I'm going to set stuff up in the living room here and come out and play. And I've had fun just relaxing and playing some songs. So thanks for hanging out. There is a tip jar in the description. I'm good either way. I'm cool. But it's there. People have told me I should mention that because that's what we do. And so I've mentioned it. Anyways, thanks for hanging out. I'm looking so forward to getting out and seeing people for real. I am going to be playing at the Kane Park Arts Festival with Kate Kuzer on July 9th. So come on out. Make plans to come out for that. That's going to be a good time. We're going to be on the Evans Theater stage. That's the big stage, big theater. And I'll have the new CD with me, a few copies. I made just a few, so you got to get them quick if you want them. Most of them are already called for, claimed. Anyway. Hey, thanks, Mike. Thanks, Hank. Thank Alex. Sheila, Billy, Cora, Simon, Jerry, anybody who's over in that house, Megan. Thank you all for watching, hanging out. And I'll see you soon. Have a good night. I got to figure out how to turn this thing off. There we go. End broadcast. I got to do it twice.